Hi everyone, the bar is open. Welcome to Fyre Bar, the off-topic podcast. I'm once again your bartender, Brian. Thank you if you are here listening at home, or if you're on Twitch or YouTube, or even listening in your car with Spotify and iTunes. We welcome you guys. Tonight I am here with the gents again, and I'm here with Mikey, Akhtar, and Mo. Go ahead and introduce, say hi.
Hi, I'm Mike, and if you're watching the video, I'm here in like glorious fucking. It looks like 4K, it's not, but I'm using a camera and I'm drinking a beer. What's up?
Whoever's nice, I guess Akhtar, go ahead.
You guys know the order. It's been the same order. That was Akhtar, I guess.
What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mo.
It's me and Mo who always are just with the whole order thing.
Bro, you've always been before me for the past 3 that we've done.
Yeah, literally.
That's
But then the recording and then the
So-
clapping.
And to be
That
clear,
has nothing
like the earlier times when we were doing this, there was no problem. But now that we're like 4 episodes in, it's suddenly like, wait, what do we do? I don't. Who goes next? What do I do with my hands? I don't.
What do we do actually on this show, Brian?
I hope this gets to like episode 100 and everyone's just like, what is the format again? I don't know.
What the fuck are we even doing?
I don't know what's happening.
Fucking, but I wouldn't be you, Akhtar. You would just straight up just be like 100 episodes in, like, wait, guys, what do we do every Friday? I don't even remember.
Yeah. Wait, we do a podcast? What? Since
Where
when?
are you, dude? It's like 8:30. Where have you been? I've been on my computer. What do you mean? Dude!
Akhtar would fucking call me up at 3 in the morning. Brian, dude, I know it's 3 a.m. right now, but I just got an email. Dude, we've been doing podcasts this whole time? How do I get on this?
Yeah, no, Akhtar's gonna stumble across one of the videos on YouTube and just be like, dude, like, what? Like, did you know someone was recording us when we were talking? Yeah, we were recording us, Akhtar. Speaking of which, we need to talk about your situation, Akhtar, with good old WansView.
Oh my god.
He did say immediately.
So I got this new and okay. So first off, I went on Amazon because we decided I needed a webcam. That's the deal. That's a clothesline of closet deal, and so so I went on Amazon and I typed down webcam. You know, got a webcam. Got a bunch of, and I got this one right here called WansView webcam. Yo,
Look at the small ass box.
Wow.
yeah, it's a little bit bigger than my mouth.
I like for audio listeners, it's just a tiny brown ass cardboard box that says WansView on it. There's like no images, like nothing.
Nothing.
There's like no packaging to it. It's just a fucking box.
Boring ass brown box.
And so I found it on Amazon and it said 1080p HD webcam with microphone. And I was like, dude, it's a double pack. I get a microphone and a camera. So I buy it and it didn't come with a microphone. It came with a microphone installed in it was part of the camera. So that made me a little sad. But it's fine. I still got the camera. So I put the camera up, ready to go. I tested with Mo. And Mo was like, on Discord, I just see the two squares just spinning around, bro. It's like, it's on, but it's not on, bro. And I was like, okay.
It's on, but it's not on.
We go into my computer settings. We go into Discord settings. Nothing. Just black screen. And so it turns out this camera, I feel like after all the research me, Mikey, and Mo have done, and Brian, this camera is only meant for Windows like 8 and down.
Well, that's the crazy thing, because I was like, I don't know, did you try like downloading a driver for it? So we go to the WansView website, and you go to like the download section, and first of all, I guess it's a German company, because a lot of it is just like in German, like Das Webcam und driver or whatever, but they're all like compatibility, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, and it's like, do you have nothing for Windows 10? So then I tried to get Akhtar to look at like the section for like just a quick installation or whatever. and I guess it downloaded a PDF that was in Chinese.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is happening?
So it's a German company and I when I got on the German company, I clicked English for their language and I got a Chinese manual.
Yeah.
What a plot twist.
Oh, and before this too, while I was trying to get Akhtar to download a driver for his webcam, he's just like, I don't know which webcam I have, and I'm like, Akhtar, the website has pictures.
They have
just physically look for your webcam.
But
You
even
can see.
oh my god. Oh, now I know where it has the webcam model. It's right here where it says 101.
Oh, right at the bottom there.
Eh, my bad, WansView.
But
Okay, so you
Wans-
had me covered on that. But you don't have
Okay,
me covered on the
Wansview.
camera.
Okay. Well, whatever. Point is, we couldn't get the WansView camera to work, so now Akhtar is using my Logitech that I used before.
That was the other thing. There's just like, what kind of camera did you get? And I was like, I got a WansView. And both Mo and Mikey were like, what stopped you from getting a Logitech?
Well, no, it was great too, because like while you were doing all this, I was on the phone with Brian, and then I see on my phone like I'm getting a Discord call from you, Akhtar, and I'm like, what is he? Why isn't he just calling our group that we have? And then I see Mo's name get added to it. I'm like, what is going on? So I answer it, and I'm just like, hello, what's going on? And I didn't hear anything, so I just left. But from their point of view, like I came into the call, saw his webcam wasn't working, and just fucking left. I was like, no.
Nah, not
But-
today, man.
But when I got back in and Akhtar said he had a WansView camera, I was like, what the fuck is a WansView? And Mo just immediately starts laughing because he's like, that's what I said.
I've never heard of this company. Like, did they sell a lot of shit? Like, what else do
Dude,
they
they
offer?
They sell like
security
security cameras. Yeah,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
it's a security camera company that I guess also makes webcams too. Makes sense, I suppose. But it's like, oh, okay, what?
So they
Oh
make
my
some pretty high quality shit. It's just this
What
one
the fuck?
fucking sucks.
Well, see, well, it was funny though, because when I was on the phone with Mikey, I was talking. I'm like, dude, I'm so excited. Akhtar bought a camera. He's got the webcam. Like he's ready for this. And then this happens. I'm like, well, you know, he tried.
Well, yeah, give it the old college try. I mean, to be fair, it was only like what you said $28 webcam or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
just to compare the one that you're using right now, my other one, that was like what Mo said, it was like $69 or whatever.
Yeah,
Mm.
So
Oh,
dude, but Logitech is good, and that's why I was just sitting there. I was just like, wait, why didn't he just go straight to Logitech? Whenever I think of anything webcam, it's Logitech or like computers in general.
yeah,
Listen, I failed, but it wasn't for lack of trying, okay?
that's true. You did try, and really, that's all we can ask of you.
And, well, not only that too, but like, what was the other thing? Fucking, we got the camera and fucking this fucking thing.
Wayne,
just-
you sponsor us.
If you can sponsor. Well, that's the thing. I feel like security cameras are much more highly like developed, more complicated, and they couldn't get fucking this right. I'm not gonna trust them with my
I wanna-
shop. You know,
Yeah.
like fuck this.
Yeah.
I want to look up the prices for those security cameras.
Well, I just think it's funny too because I was sitting there like, oh my god, Akhtar got this like German aftermarket like webcam that they're gonna use to fucking spy on him. There's a fucking like Hydra is in a base somewhere. Like, yes, now we can finally look into the American people, and they just see Akhtar here in a fucking dumbass podcast.
Oh, and what I hate even more was like in one of our group chats for the company, Mikey was telling us like, here guys, this is kind of the things that we need to improve. And Akhtar, if you can please get a webcam. And my response was just like, already got one, we good.
Got one. Dude. Don't even worry about it.
And then like everything like Rome just fell and crumbled.
You
Like
Oh,
I literally saw Rome fall before my eyes.
Yeah, this is very comparable to when the Roman Empire fell. Getting a faulty webcam, it's about the same.
I mean, the cameras look kind of cool. I don't know, Akhtar. I think maybe you just gotta. I don't know. Maybe we can get the webcam. Look at them. That's some high quality cameras right there.
Yeah, those are the security cameras though. Go to their webcam. Go to the HD 1080p with microphone Webcam 101.
With microphone.
HD.
I found it. There's only 3. For the viewers at home, there's only 3.
That was the other thing too. We kept asking Akhtar like, what model is it? And he's like, HD webcam, 1080p with microphone. And we're like, awesome. What model is it?
That's what they called it on Amazon.
You're a gift, sir. You're an absolute gift.
I'm 28 years old and I'm fucking acting as if I'm like in my late 80s.
Remember what I said, Akhtar? You're too young to be this senile.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I mean, Akhtar, if you're ever worried, the thing is compatible with your Xbox, so you know.
Wow.
Oh wow! I don't have an Xbox.
Yeah, well,
Xbox.
I still love this game, Akhtar. You have to keep it forever now. This has to be like
no. I'm returning this and getting an actual.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do the Iron Man thing. You know, his old fucking core that says proof that Tony Stark has a heart. We're gonna put that webcam in a glass case, like proof that Akhtar Alam has a webcam. The glass case, the Wansview.
Oh man, WansView.
God.
The audacity of them.
I mean, it looks cool, dude. It looks cool.
It looks cool. I wish it worked cool.
Yeah. It's like, well, the design of it is neat. If only it worked.
You know, I liked how it had the microphone on it. That was cool.
Mm.
The microphone didn't even work, by the way, because it was Discord automatically had like the setting onto the microphone immediately to the webcam, and I was like screaming as loud as I could. And Mo was like, I don't hear nothing. Like nothing works.
I was on the phone with him too, and he was like, "Bro, please help me." I'm like, "What do you want me to do, bro? I don't want to hear it right now. Please help me. What do you want me to do?" Bro, I don't know what to do. It's like, bro, I need help.
I literally was like begging at one point. I was like, "Bro, please help, bro." And Mo was like, "I would what? What do you mean?
Tell me where to start."
Poor Mo felt so helpless. He was like one step away from just calling 911. Say, I got a WansView camera. It's not working. Please send help.
Bro, essentially, that's what I was about. I'm like, bro, I can call somebody. He's like, no, bro, you have to help me. Like, I don't
think you can do this.
He just had like such a like. Mo was just in such a like. Let me help me help you. Like,
yes, please let me use my resources, which is my friends. Because I don't know. I just plugged mine in and it worked. Like, I don't know why you're having problems.
I do like that's Mo helping though, right? It's like Mo's like, "Don't worry, I got you." Immediately calls me. Akhtar, don't worry, I got a guy.
Well, dude, like, Mikey, that has been like my whole entire life with just Mo. Just every time, like, oh shit, I need an answer. Hey, Brian, so what is this? Mo, I don't fucking know. Google it. Can you Google it?
Well, you know you enjoyed learning those new things too.
Yeah, but I had to do a lot of reading. What cost?
Oh. Come on.
But that's the thing. That's our dynamic of the group. When one person doesn't know anything, we're just like, quickly, ask Mikey.
Oh.
And some of my favorite moments where Mikey's just like, "Yeah, did you really need me here for this? Like, I feel like y'all can figure this out on your own."
You could just look this up real quick.
I mean, I appreciate it. I like helping people out. It is funny though. I like our other friend Mike. He gives me shit all the time too, because he'll ask me like questions, and usually I'll have an answer, but sometimes I don't know, so I'll just be like, "Well, according to Google," and he always takes that as like a underhanded, like, "Okay, I get it. I should have Googled it." I was like, it's what I do, and I don't know something. I just Google it.
That's what I do too.
That's what I do too.
That's also what I do.
And Mo's like, I got a Google guy who does it for me.
I got a guy for that.
got a guy.
Hey, Brian, what you doing right now? You busy?
+5. Can you Google it?
Well, see, like one of my favorite fucking moments was God, I can't remember what it was, Mo, but I remember I was in college. I was in one of like my film classes, and Mo texted me out of the blue, out of nowhere. We used to use Kick, and he was like, "Hey, yo, dude, when you get a moment, message me. It's kind of important." And I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Oh shit, oh no, Mo must be into some shit. He must have done something." So like, I'm in class, and like, I can't look at my phone because I'm trying to focus because I can't remember what it was. I think it was some type of production thing. But
Probably taking the most important test of his life.
yeah, well, I'm sitting there thinking all the time, like, oh God, what happened to him? Did he get in a fight with like his parents, or like did he lose his job? Like my brain's just running through different scenarios, just like trying to figure out what happened. Like, oh shit, maybe you know what? I know his job has been messing him up lately. You know, maybe he needs a few bucks. I mean, I can help him. You know, I can look at my budget, like legitly trying to figure out like what is going on, so I have the answer for him immediately. And then I eventually like I started like my own anxiety took over and I started freaking out. So I left out of class like as if I had to go to the bathroom, and I go into the bathroom, call Mo. I'm like, yo, dude, what's wrong? What happened? Are you okay? And Mo's just like, oh yeah, dude, I just had to know, like, so from the one anime that I was watching, these are things called vectors. And like, so vectors, they make you move in certain directions. How do you think I can get that work for my character? I'm like, bro, are you serious right now? Bro, I legitimately thought something was going wrong, and you're focusing on your OC right now?
Dude, it was vital shit.
Yeah, bro. It's probably for my Sonic OC, bro. I needed that.
I was so pissed. I just remember like just being pissed off and like just be like, all right, dude, you know what? I'll just talk to you again. I'm trying to hang it up, and I just gave my phone the most nastiest look, just like the audacity.
Bro, I got you out of class. What you mean? I didn't even know that part. You're welcome. Probably studying for some boring ass film shit anyways. Oh.
No, it was about productions.
Look at me. I got a fucking film degree. Oh. Cameras.
Cameras.
You know, not the whole thing that we do.
Well, you know. Thanks. Thank you.
But that's just been my whole friendship with Mo. Is just like, hey, dude, so like I need to know this. Can you do the research for it and just give me the cliff notes?
At any time you could say no. You.
Oh, okay, but hold on. I do, and then right away you're just like, bro, do you remember all the times I did this for you? And then bro, I'm just asking for this.
He guilts you.
I'm literally like, all right, well, fuck. Now I gotta do it because now I feel like a dickhead.
But at least I gave you the choice.
Me.
But at least I gave you the choice. I never said I was going to give you shit about it or not. But
there was no choice. You would continue to pester me day in and day out. Text me, call me.
Kept
like,
saying
hey,
no.
Where's the choice?
It's funny too because Mo is in high school and Brian is in college at this point, it looks like. So Mo definitely doesn't need to pay attention because nothing gets taught in high school. And poor Brian, who is just shoveling money into this school, educational facility, and he keeps getting pulled out of class to be like, yo, I need you to Google something, bro.
For his fucking IMVU character. His IMVU character.
Did you just pull me out of my $800 class away from my $700 textbook to ask me about some goddamn OC for IMVU? Well, yeah, but can you Google this stuff?
You don't get it, man. It's really important.
It probably was really. I probably was going to forget it.
Bro, what are you doing right now? Oh, I'm just chilling at home. Well, that's cool. That's great. I'm in class.
Okay, good for you. Whoa.
Oh man. It's just like also like in college and in high school, what is considered important, two completely different things.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Sonic OC was super important for Mo at that point. At that point, Brian, for you, what was super important was, man, I hope I just pass, bro.
Yeah, otherwise I gotta pay for this shit again.
Right. Oh my god.
Oh god, I just really do that in college.
So stupid.
I had to retake 2 classes, and for stupid ass reasons too. The math class I was just too prideful to do the homework because I'm like, I don't fucking need to be in this class. So I didn't fucking do that because I was too prideful.
That's like
Um,
40% of the points right there.
I'm too
know,
good for your math homework. No, thank you.
That was the thing too, because if I remember, like, there was something with the schedule where, like, even my case manager or whatever was like saying, like, oh, you don't have to technically take it, but something was going on to where it's like, but you have to, even though you technically don't. But you're also getting out of this humanities class. So it's just, I don't know.
Well,
There's a
okay,
lot of
but
wacky
that's the thing.
shit.
School counselors don't fucking know jack shit. Like
And
they
that's-
really
yeah.
don't. Because that's what happened to me. Like I did AP chemistry in high school. So like I did the AP test. I passed it. I got like my 3 chemistry credits. So in theory, I shouldn't have had to take chemistry going into it. But my counselor was like, well, no, this is like a different chemistry class. You still have to take this. It's part of the engineering curriculum. So I'm like, okay, well, does this at least go towards my overall credits for graduating? And he's like, yeah, totally, you're fine. Only to find out a couple years later, no, it wasn't fine. Like, I did not have to take that fucking chemistry class. That's what the credit was for. And then I'm like, you told me I had to take it. He's like, oh, well, you didn't have to, so... It's like, what the fuck? I'm a freshman coming in. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, it's your job to fucking guide me.
Just make you spend more money, dude.
We'll see, like, and that's the thing too, because then I found out, I didn't even have to actually end up taking it. I was so pissed off. That's why I was like, well, fuck, I'm not doing the fucking homework in this class. Then some more bullshit to where, like, they were changing the curriculum and the rules, and then it turned out to where I had to take it to finish, and I was like, oh my fucking god, whatever, I'll do the fucking math class. And literally, dude, I got all the homework done, like, way in ahead of time. Like, literally, dude, it was fucking months of just in that class, didn't have to worry about homework, because I had everything done. I'm like, I don't fucking need to take the math class. Like, I'm not trying to flex, but I'm going to flex right now. I do not look at all your fucking assignments are done. Don't bother me. But yeah, but then the other class I had to take again was for that was my fuck up. It was my production class for film. I think it was called like Film 2 or whatever, Film 1 or Film 2. But that was because I had a really bad drunk night and I threw up everywhere and didn't go to the last class, and I ended up having to repeat that class.
Nice.
Sounds like the normal for you, Brian. You're always throwing up somewhere. Like,
yeah, it's you and vomit, dude. You're a throw-uppy kind of guy.
I'm a puke person.
You are.
fuck.
I just like the name of the class, like Film 2, the long-awaited sequel to Film 2. Is that what they called like the second movie ever? Like the first film of like the train coming at you. They got the second one's like the long-awaited sequel to Film 2. Now there are 2 trains. Still no sound, so we'll have the orchestra here play for you.
Dude, it would be interesting to see like a movie back then and just like how they all thought, I guess, like how they all perceived movies.
I think it'd be really funny going back there and just like, everyone's getting all freaked out when the train comes at them and just like, y'all fucking stupid. You ever seen a 3D movie? It fucking sucks.
You ever seen Avatar?
Y'all ain't ever seen Avatar. It's blue people and they come at you.
Get your hand. Watch out.
Whoa, they're coming for you.
You literally think you can touch the beautiful neon flowers.
I just gotta say real quick, like what an awful trend in movie history of just all the 3D movies where it's like, whoa, like that's just all the movie was just shit coming at you, and that alone was supposed to sell the movie, and it's like, what is this? Shut up, this sucks.
Right,
Greatest movie ever.
And then you go back and watch those moments, like, stop, you're just embarrassing now.
Well,
stop.
it's like fucking like Spy Kids 3D, where like every scene they have to like hold out their hand, like, look at this thing I have. Ooh, it's like die in a hole.
But like you watch it at home and it just is not the same effect anymore. You're like,
it's really hilarious watching like a 3D movie in 2D when like all they do is like they'll see, oh, this is so close to you, and it's like it's actually not. I'm watching it in 2D. Go fuck yourself.
It's still far away from me.
Yeah.
God, yeah. Oh God, I forgot because that was like during the Spy Kids, Shark Boy and Lava Girl, all those fucking movies that were like that. Those are all like the early Nickelodeon era, right?
Well, what do you
those
mean
weren't
by
Nickelodeon?
Yeah,
no, they weren't even Nickelodeon.
I don't know.
Oh,
I only ever watched the first Spy Kids. And I don't
Because that
even
was the
remember
good
liking
one.
it then. Well, it was probably the best one, but even then I was just like, movie kind of sucks my ass. Like I don't think I want to watch any of the other ones. Like I remember when I heard Spy Kids 2 was coming out, I was like, ooh, no, thank you, no.
It got. Why do I remember it like getting like semi like messed up towards like the end?
I just remember the creepy ass fucking like the hand people or whatever, or thumb people or
the
something.
Flugos.
You don't know the name. Don't pretend like you know the name.
No, I'm talking about because what the evil guy's name was Fluke, right?
I don't know, and you don't either.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Don't come in here with your fucking Spy Kids lore. Like, oh, actually, Mike, they're the Flugos, and they come from planet Dwarf.
My bad. My bad. I was trying to see how.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was getting schooled by a fucking Spy Kid scholar over here.
I was just testing my own memory. My bad. Why? Story.
I better not go to the Spy Kids subreddit and just see this fucking like 1 million followers and everyone's like, dude, the fucking lore in the newest Spy Kids movie. Oh my god, it's so fucking deep. It's just, it's fucking Spy Kids.
Listen, Spy Kids is great.
I don't know, and you don't either.
Yeah, I don't. You don't either. Shut up. I'm gonna talk about the fucking Spy Kids cinematic universe.
Oh,
they got 3 movies. There's a story in there.
Is Shark Boy and Lava Girl not part of the Spy Kids universe? Is that like its own separate thing?
It has that aesthetic. It has that aesthetic.
It totally
like,
does.
Like it is, yeah.
Doesn't
is it made by?
Who's in that one? Isn't it like Taylor Lautner? Is that his name?
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude from
he played Shark Boy.
He makes a pretty good Lava Girl. He really
Wasn't George Lopez in that one too? Did he play the villain?
What?
I don't know.
I thought he played the teacher.
Spy Kids 3? Or was that Spy Kids 3?
All I know is Antonio Banderas was in Spy Kids 1.
Yup.
Yeah.
My man.
And then, oh god, what was the mother's name? What was her name? The actress.
I don't remember her.
I do. She was fucking what's her name?
Vin Diesel.
That does sound type familiar though.
What if you go back, Brian? What if you go back and watch the movie right now and it's Vin Diesel in a fucking wig and you're like, what the shit?
Whoa.
It was Vin Diesel the whole time.
Listen,
it's always been Vin Diesel.
When I was a kid, and I'm probably gonna regret this statement, but when I was a kid, I used to think that the Spy Kids mom was hot.
Listen, man, I'm all about digging on the hot moms. No big deal.
Spy Kid cast. That's what we're gonna look up.
Yeah, let's all just fucking stop the podcast right here and just look up the Spy Kids mom and see what she's got going on. Carla,
right here.
Carla Gugino? I don't know.
She was in classics like Watchmen.
Yeah, she's not bad.
The Haunting of Hill House. San Andreas.
GTA.
Wait,
no.
Was Salma Hayek in this?
Who is that?
Salma Hayek?
Bro, she was in Watchmen?
Yeah, she played the female hero.
Carla Gugino?
Yeah.
Gugino.
Bro, she's
the mom?
She's the mom.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Elijah Wood was in Spy Kids?
Yeah, wasn't he in like the
he's
third
the
one,
guy.
right?
His name is The Guy.
The guy.
Yeah, don't you remember in the third one he was like the best gamer?
No, I don't, because I don't watch that bullshit.
Well,
this fucking guy, Brian's was like, yeah, don't you remember the third one when he showed up in like scene 5 of Act 2? Like, you don't remember? Like, what's wrong with you? I can recite all his lines right here. In fact, I'm going to.
Bro, Danny Trejo was in there, and you won't believe who he played. He played Machete, who had 2 other movies. I feel like Shark Boy, Lava Girl, Spy Kids, Machete. They all like.
Oh yeah, dude. Machete is totally in the Spy Kids universe.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
Again, there's a whole big ass cinematic universe here, and I didn't realize that we're in a podcast with the Spy Kids #1 fan, Brian Miller.
Dude, I used to collect the toys from fucking McDonald's. I was that nerd.
This is the most disappointing day of my life.
I can't even like diss him for that because I literally
Like,
went to McDonald's a couple of days ago for Pokemon cards.
Well, whatever. I get Pokemon cards at least, but
Mike,
fucking-
I was easily amused.
I'd
Well, see-
be less disappointed if you told me that you jacked off to My Little Pony. Like, at least then I'd be like, well, at least he's pleasuring himself sexually.
Well,
Hasn't
see,
fallen that far yet.
well, because like if I remember, like the reason why I think I fell so hard for like Spy Kids was because that was like around the time when like I think I watched Men in Black, and so like I was really into like the whole like secret agent governmenty thing. I know they're two different things, Doctor. You don't have to give me that face. I know they're two different movies.
I
and
mean, this
everything.
guy might as well be like,
What?
well, the reason I was really into Spy Kids is because, you know, I was really into Schindler's List, and the Spy Kids movies are about as bad as the Holocaust, so you can see.
So super spies and aliens. What?
Well, you know,
Listen.
Akhtar, Spy Kids is kind of like Will Smith once you get past all the non-Will Smith.
Oh man, I gotta do my boy like that. I mean, you're right, but come
We
on,
should
man.
rename this podcast to like the shit on Brian hour. No, now he's drinking. Here we go. We're into it.
Oh, I just want to know the connection between super spies and aliens. That's all.
For the audio listeners, Brian just took a shot of something and he literally shook both his hands like, ooh! Like, he was like fucking like Drake waving goodbye to somebody, just like, woo!
that was a really intense. I'm drinking for people at home. Johnny Bootlegger, this peach one, and woo! I took a huge gulp of that, and that was like, ooh, that was, ooh, sugary. Ooh. Oh my
Wow.
god!
Wow.
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 The bar, Brian. The bar was here. It's here now. That's it.
Ooh, we're gonna
It's
slow
what we
down on
do
that
here
drink
at
there.
Fyre Bar. We raise the bar with fire.
I like that. That's the one. Only at the Fire Bar where we raise your bar, we lift you up.
On that note, next time on Fire. No.
No, actually, on that note, we got to talk about something that you wanted to talk about, Akhtar.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
So, okay. So I love creepypastas, just like almost everyone else who's been exposed to some sort of creepypasta. First off, probably one of my favorite story just genre. I call it a story genre at this point. Like creepypastas are just amazingly written horror stories, some of which you can't tell if like some of which you feel like are events that really could freaking happen, like
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
IRL. And so this is one of those stories. If you guys haven't read it or haven't listened to it yet, it's called I was paid $5,000 to go through hell. And if you can find the Mr. Creepypasta version of it, that's the version I like to listen to.
Yeah. I'll put it in the link in the description
Yeah.
on YouTube. So if you guys are listening at Spotify or iTunes or even SoundCloud, go to our YouTube. The link will be right there for it in our description for this
Yeah,
podcast.
or you should just be able to search it too. For me, it was like the number one thing that popped up when I searched that. But yeah, it's actually from the original post was from Reddit. It's r/no-sleep. That's where a lot of those stories come from. Brian, that's where balloons came from. Remember that story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We talked about that in our old podcast years ago. That's still on our YouTube, by the way.
Which, not gonna lie, but I'm actually tempted to like go revisit that story. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, go on, Akhtar.
So secondly, if you haven't read it and you're very interested in that story, cut us off right now. So, because we are going to talk about spoilers, we are going to talk about, a lot of the deeper aspects of, the human mind about it, because it really does delve into that type of stuff. So this is a spoiler warning right now.
yeah.
Though that said, I should note that I feel like for a story like this, it's kind of more the journey than what actually happens, in my opinion, because it's just written very well. It's framed super well. It's eerie to think about.
So I'm just going to cover the overall aspect of the story first, and then we can dive into the deeper stuff, I guess. So the basic plot of the story is that this guy lost his job. He can't pay his rent. He's losing a lot of money, and I think like one of his like loved ones had just recently died as well. So he was going through a really big rough patch in life. I think he also, him and his girlfriend are also separated, and so he needed money, especially since he had just lost his job, and so he saw this ad, $5,000, to do. It was a very vague ad. He didn't really necessarily know exactly what he had to do, so he goes into this place that was paying him $5,000 right there and then. If something is telling you on an ad and is very vague about it to pay you for $5,000, don't take it.
Yeah, never a good sign.
Never a good sign. So he goes to the place that he has to do the thing for, and so he goes there, and they tell him, they're like, okay, yeah. So what it is that you have to spend 72 hours in a sensory deprivation chamber. And for those of you who don't know what a sensory deprivation chamber is, it's basically a human-sized capsule that you go into. And it's completely dark. It closes. You're completely blind. There's zero visibility in there. And it fills up with, I would think salt water a lot of times.
Yeah, like really like saline water, so that you're just kind of like floating there and just completely suspended.
Yep. And
it goes, don't want to touch anything.
Exactly. And it goes up to like right here, so your ears are covered as well. So the water is kind of like, messing around right here. And so it covers hearing, I guess smell, because you can't really smell anything in there either. Unless you can smell salt water, which I doubt. You're blind basically, and you can't touch anything except for the water. So all 5 of your senses are gone. So what basically happens is, if for the hour or 2 hours that you're in there, is actually supposed to be therapeutic. You're supposed to have zero senses. So then that way, now all your brain has to concentrate on is just thinking at that point, and just relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
None of your senses are getting any kind of stimulus anymore. So that gives your brain room to do other shit.
Yeah. Like I know like a lot of writers use those things to like help them try to be more active and stuff.
If they have like writer's block or something. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like an extreme form of meditation,
Yes. So this guy was paid to spend 72 hours in there for $5,000. I'm just going to say it first off, to make 3 days, $5,000, that's more than I've ever made, in that short amount of time.
Yeah.
I'll say that first.
Right.
Oh, and we should mention too, he was like kind of like hooked up with some kind of like IV, right? Because he was still like, because in 72 hours you need to drink water, so he was still
need to drink water. You need sustenance.
Fluids, yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, he was hooked into an IV, and so that gave him synthetic sustenance for that time. Yeah. And so that's the general gist of the story. Now we're gonna go into the deeper stuff.
Well, and what I want to mention too, right, is like it seems like 72 hours, 3 days. That's a decent amount of time, but it doesn't quite seem that long originally. But the thing is, there have been tests before of like people in like solitary confinement or stuff like that, where they're in a room with no windows, no concept of what time it is or anything like that. And like, it's weird how much of our concept of time is based around like seeing the sun or just having some kind of perception of the outside world and thinking like, oh, okay, it's around this time. When you're cut off from that, just that alone, it's hard to tell how much time has passed. But then you add on the fact that all your senses are cut off, and it's so fucking hard to tell. And one of the things he does in the story is he starts counting, because he's like, well, I have no other way of like figuring out how much time has passed, so I'm just gonna like count, knowing that once I get to 60, that's been about a minute. And it's crazy to think about like how you'd be completely cut off and just have no idea how much time has passed.
And it's crazy too, because of how our brains work and how dependent it is on knowing time. You know, like it's crazy. Like that's the first thing you think about when you don't even have to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And so now here's what happens. So the guy is in there first. He starts thinking about just like worldly things, about like normal, just like, what he could have done. I think some of the things that it touched on was like how, he could have helped out his relationships, thinking about that, and how, how he's going to spend this money that he gets. He's like, oh man, this is going to be great. Like, I'm about to, like, once I get this money, I'm going to be able to like pay off my rent for a while. It'll give me some time, like some cushion room to be able to find another job. He's thinking about some very worldly things.
Mm.
Yeah, because he was in between jobs a lot, right? Didn't he say that?
Yeah, he had just lost his job, which is why he was taking this one. And so that was the first thing that it goes over. That's the first like major mental thing. After a while, after he stops thinking about that, that's when, like how Mikey mentioned, he's like, okay, so I don't know how much time went by. I need to start counting because I'm kind of freaking out, because what felt like, 4 or 5 hours, it's like probably only like 10 minutes, especially when you're in deep thought. So he starts counting, but that can only get you so far, because at one point you lose count of what you were counting. So he starts to like kind of give up on that. He starts to kind of lose his shit. He's literally at this point, he's like, I want to get out. I'm freaking out. I want to get out. And no response about anything. And so there's absolutely no response from the people, and he's just like freaking out. He's trying to get out. He's numb, by the way. He has a numbing agent where he can't move. They injected a numbing agent in him. Yeah. We forgot to mention. Right, yeah. So he thinks he doesn't get out. And so at one point, he just kind of gives up. He's just like, fuck it. I think I'm in here forever. Like, whatever. And then the next level that his mind goes into is what people would think, I guess what people would say is a tone of enlightenment, Mm-hmm. He starts seeing the universe. He starts seeing galaxies. In his mind, he's literally traveling through time and space. In his mind, he's seeing stars. He's going in the speed of light through the universe, is what his brain is projecting to him. That happens, and then he doesn't even, at that point, when you're going through space and time, you have absolutely no idea how much time has gone by now. You are lost. You are officially in the middle. You are in the middle of genuine nowhere now when it comes to time. So now he's absolutely lost. He doesn't know how much time has gone by, and he gets a message saying, oh, hey, you know what? The 72 hours is up, buddy. But you have provided us so much amazing information in this last 72 hours, and we can't tell you how much, we appreciate it. But in order to get more information, we have to leave you in there indefinitely. And
yeah,
and we already got approval.
Yeah, they said something like you should be able to survive in there for like a few more weeks or something like that. Yeah.
Yep. And so you'll be in there for another few weeks, and then we'll get you right out. Don't worry, you'll still get your $5,000. You're good.
Oh wow. Yeah, at this point, this is the point where like $5,000. Fuck, you better pay me more. Like that is not worth it.
Yes.
So now he's left in there indefinitely, and now all he's thinking about is how the fuck do I get out of here? I need to get out of here. I have to get out of here. Mm-hmm. And what ends up happening is that one of the needles that is feeding him his IV gets unpricked, basically. So one of the needles gets removed on an accident. And so he's like, oh, this is my perfect opportunity. It just so happened to be the one needle that was numbing his toe. So he can feel his toe. He's like, okay, I can do this. So what he does is that he takes his toe and then he digs it in, and then he slices his toe to where he gets a deep gash, and they have to let him out now. Otherwise, the gash on his toe is so deep that he could die of blood loss. Is how the story was kind of portraying it. And it hurt like hell too, because it's salt water. That shit hurts when you have an open wound.
Right.
Ugh. So they're like, okay, so we found something that's kind of messed up in the deprivation chamber. We got to let you out to fix this real quick. So They open the chamber, they empty the water, they open the chamber, they look at him. He can't move, he's still numb. They literally plop him on a wheelchair, take him to another room, and they're like asking him a bunch of questions.
They start
basically.
questioning him because they want to know like his experience in there.
Yep. And at one point, some of these scientists got some idea, so they were like asking him, like, so how was it going through like time and space? Like, what did you feel? Like, what did you learn? And so it comes off like they already had some type of idea of what he had gone through.
Right. Yeah. Well, and it's interesting too, because like at first he like isn't saying anything, and I think he even mentions like, what if I don't answer any questions? And like we're gonna get our data either way. So he kind of starts thinking like, well, maybe I can buy myself time here and just start answering these questions as I'm starting to get more feeling in my body, you know?
Yep. Exactly.
And more, they had him tied down to the wheelchair.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere, buddy. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, when we're done here, we're gonna put you back in there. So quick fix.
And so he finally gets feeling back in his body because he had officially stalled for long enough, and I don't think he was tied down during questioning.
No, it was but when they were wheeling him back.
Oh,
yeah. I think that might have been it. Oh, the other thing we should notice too, and I thought this was an interesting little tidbit, but as he was answering the questions, he said that it was like the people there were like half listening, like they were recording him. So he's like, oh, at some point someone's going to go back and, you know, scrub through my answers and listen to this. But it's like the people present there didn't really care what he had to say.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, so they like wheeled him back, try to get him all prepped back in the machine.
And that's when he made his great escape.
Yeah.
I think he like headbutt one of the scientists like hard enough to give him like a bloody nose. Like he ran. My butt naked boy just started running.
Dude, ripping out the IV too, and like how he said like, his arm was like numb because his whole right arm was pricked.
Right, dude. And then so Jesus, I can't even imagine doing that to myself because that's a deep needle for an IV, by the way. And so he's going through this lab. He's trying to find an escape route. He goes downstairs, which is the front door. He sees like the whole place is just covered with bodyguards. So he's like, all right, I need to get out of here. So he takes a turn. He goes into the stairwell. He goes all the way up to the roof. And once he gets to the roof, he gets onto a ladder once he gets to like the roof, like level in the stairwell, he's climbing up the ladder to open the latch to let him onto the roof. And that's where the doctor, the guy who told him in the sensory deprivation chamber that we're going to let you stay in there indefinitely, he did the most satisfying thing. He literally looked at the doctor and he just busts his nose in his mouth. I felt so good when I read that part.
Yeah, right.
It felt so
bunch of teeth flying out. He's there.
Yep. And he gets up, closes the door, and he looks out, and he's out in the open. He's free. He was like literally like, you know, he even saw people like in their like apartments looking at him like, why is there a butt naked dude just standing on a roof? And so he's like, all right, fine. He turns around. He already sees the doctors up with all of his bodyguards. They're like, dude, okay, we're sorry. We kind of get what you're going through. We get it. Just come back down. We won't let you in the deprivation chamber. And at this point, I'd be like, dude, I don't trust you. I'm not going to trust you at all. So at one point, he was just like, either I have to go back in that chamber or I can just jump right now. And so he jumps and he's falling. He's about to die. And then what happens is that everything stops. And then the announcement comes on saying, hey, your 72 hours is up. We're going to let you out now. You're going to feel kind of weird getting out. And, just be careful. Just understand that this is natural. You're going to feel very lethargic and you're going to be very, very hungry. And he's like confused. He's back in the capsule. He's like, what?
Oh, bro, we forgot like a major part of this. Like before he got in, the doctor also told him like, yeah, so right before you get out, we're also going to like sound off these like church bells or whatever to make you, get you out of it. And as he was jumping off the building, and I guess in his imagination or whatever, he heard like right before he hit the ground some church bells.
Yeah.
Oh,
like, bro, this was it.
I totally didn't even put that shit together.
Yeah,
Damn.
I just remembered that.
He did, yeah. He did
Yeah,
see
so
it.
he's having some crazy ass hallucinations or dream,
Yeah.
I guess.
I guess you can call it a hallucination.
I don't know.
But so he wakes up, he gets out of the chamber, and honestly, these scientists were easily the nicest people to him in the world. They were nothing but accommodating.
Yeah.
They 100% understood what he was going through. They even were like, "Listen, along with your money, of course, for free, you're gonna get counseling if you want it. We understand like the mental toll that this can take. Once again, we appreciate it. So, I mean, if you need any mental counseling or anything, it's free of charge. Any food that you need right now, anything to drink, like what do you want? What's your favorite meal? Like tell us, and we'll go get it for you." And it's
Oh, nice.
he obviously took advantage of all those things, especially the counseling.
Mm-hmm.
And this last part is kind of hard for me to explain, guys. If you can help me on this one, it's kind of like how he was in a way just thinking like he poor guy, just even through counseling and getting out of it, like he's
Yeah,
still thinking like, am I still in there?
It's that constant anxiety, right? It's that like wondering, like, is this truly reality? Because last time it felt so real. This feels real,
Exactly.
but it wasn't real. Is this real? I don't know. But here's the interesting part too, right? Is that like as time goes on, his life gets back together, right? He gets a new job, he gets a new like girlfriend or whatever. You know, he's making okay money. Things are going like pretty well. It's as if all his past problems are now like suddenly fixed in a weird way. But I think that's kind of my favorite thing about this story is like at the crux of it, it's that like feeling of like, how do you know this is real, right? Because like that's the thing at the end, like, is this real? Is he still in the chamber hallucinating this stuff? You don't really know, and it's awfully convenient that like all the problems he had before going into the chamber are better now, right? But he still has that anxiety with him of like, I can't tell what's real anymore, and it's fucking messing with me.
And here's the thing, he was when he cut his toe, he was able to explain the pain so explicitly where you're just like, oh, he is actually gonna make his escape. Like he is. And even Mo, when he said the church bells, like he could have honestly been imagining the church bells because that's like the last thing that the doctor told him, you know, like
for sure.
Oh, true. I didn't even think about it like that.
Well, that's the crazy thing. Like, and I'll tell you what too. Like before when I started this story, where I thought it was gonna go is I thought it was gonna be one of those things where like he's in this chamber and like he ends up, you know, kind of having that same hallucination where like he feels like his time is up, he gets out and somehow forced back in or whatever the case is, and then like lives through like maybe like 1,000 lifetimes, you know, like a fucking Groundhog Day scenario where like the dude's been fucking in his mind alive for a fucking millennium, only to find out that like, no dude, it's only been 3 days. Like he eventually like does get let out, but it's again that concept of like having no idea how much time has passed and just getting like brought down this weird rabbit hole of thought and hallucination and dream and nightmare just over and over again, and you have like no concept, no like it's like the Inception thing, right? Like no totem to like let you know where you are anymore. You're just completely deprived from everything and you have no idea what's going on. But yeah, it's such I don't know, it's such a terrifying but fun concept, and it got me thinking too, right? Like when you're awake, when you're conscious, like you know you're awake, right? You don't know how you know, you just fucking know. But you can never be sure in a dream. Have you guys ever had those dreams where like you have a nightmare and then you wake up, but it turns out you're still in the dream, and then like you actually wake up later?
Yeah.
That's happened to me before, and it's one of those things where it's like when you do finally wake up, you know you're awake. There's no question about it. But in the dream, you feel like you're awake, but clearly you weren't either. And it's like this weird thing of like, how come I'm never really sure in my dream? And that's what this feels like, where you can never be really sure. Is this reality? Am I still dreaming? Like, what is happening?
Yeah. Absolutely. And especially if you're kind of in that like dream state type of thing for 3 days, it takes everything, like sensory wise, everything is now off whack completely.
Yes.
So interesting story. Incredible concepts. Number one. The thing was that I kind of want to maybe not spend 72 hours, but maybe spend what could just like at the cusp of what is an uncomfortable amount of time in a sensory deprivation chamber.
Mhm.
I really want to know, like every mind is different. So what would a mind really be thinking about, or what would a mind actually be experiencing for an elongated period of time? Obviously, like with him, what he was going through the universe. He was attaining what I think is like almost like close to what is like eldritch knowledge, bro. Like he saw like he literally was traveling through the cosmos.
What was it?
Yeah.
Was it actually in the story where he mentioned that like he had always thought about like going in a deprivation tank on like shrooms or something, or was that just a comment?
Yeah.
Okay, he actually said that in the story.
Yeah, because it was in the story we were saying like, yeah, he did one where it's like he only in there for like an hour or two, and he was just like, man, I wonder what that would have been like stripping on shrooms.
Yeah, right.
True.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I've always been interested in those little chambers. Like, I always wanted to try one myself and just see what it's like. But the thing I liked about this story was that like you could tell throughout the story the like he had two sides of him trying to like basically fighting. While one side was just trying to calm him down, and the other side was just like, no, dude, we don't know what's happening. Everything is wrong. And then like you can kind of see him always come around, but like, but wait, hold on, let's find the logic. And like it's just a complete inner battle with himself. And I was just like, wow, just to like experience that. That has to be terrifying.
You know what I love about that though, and it's so true, and like I'm sure we've all been there too. Like if you're ever been like alone in the house and you kind of just start like talking to yourself or whatever. Like the human brain is so like built for social interaction that when you find yourself isolated, you end up like talking to yourself like as if you were a different person, right? And then responding as if you were a different person. And I thought that was like such a nice touch because like that's just how we're wired, right? We're wired to be social creatures. So when you're completely cut off from that, your brain just kind of makes up for it. Like, okay, we'll just be two people now, and I'll just talk to myself and have this back and forth.
Right. And what's incredible is like since all your senses are cut off, your brain, like the conversation that your brain is having with itself, you hear it now. You completely actually hear it.
Yeah. So here's an interesting question. When you guys think inside your heads, is there an actual like voice inside your head? Do you like hear someone talking like when you're thinking?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah. Not everybody does.
Really? I thought that was a normal thing.
Well, that's the crazy thing, right? Not everybody does. Well, here's the thing: like people who were born deaf, for example, don't know what it's like to hear anything, right? They don't have the concept of processing audio, so they just don't think in like a voice like that at all. Like they'll think in visuals and stuff like that. Which a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But that's the crazy thing too, is not everybody like pictures things in their mind. Like right now, if you were to picture an apple, right? Can you actually like in your mind's eye see an apple?
Yeah. I see a green apple with a shine right here on the side. Beautiful stem bend. Yeah.
I see the apple sign.
Well, but that's the thing that like not everybody actually like pictures something in their mind's eye. Like they'll think about the concept of an apple, and when you say like picture an apple, they're like, yeah, I know what you mean, an apple. I've had that before. But they don't actually like. There's no like visual picture there, and it's really hard to describe. But that's the thing. Like everyone perceives and like thinks differently. So that's like the crazy thing about it is like what would happen. What it makes you wonder if like someone like Helen Keller, right? Someone who was blind, who was deaf, who couldn't speak, and it's like, what was her thought process like? Like, how did that come to be? You know, like I guess she thought in like feeling.
She thought in
like,
touches. Yeah, she
like
thought
how
in touches.
She felt things. It's crazy to think about because what seems like a universal thing, like hearing a voice in your head or picturing things, it's not universal. It might be very common, but it's not universal.
Absolutely. And you know what's even funnier, guys? My inner monologue voice, he doesn't talk to me in English. He talks to me in Urdu for whatever reason.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my inner...
Well, and bilingual people or multilingual people, yeah, they'll have like, you know, a voice in their head that speaks a specific language, you know. Usually it's the first language they learned, but it could be whatever they use most, you know, you never know.
Yeah.
But
wow, I never thought about that. Wow.
That's crazy.
All right, Akhtar, look at you looking all special.
Well, I mean, it's nothing special. It's just my neurons are wired a different way, just like how your neurons are wired a different way.
Your neurons are wired in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
Oh, so are yours. Your neurological connections and your bridges, look at them. They're like, they make the Golden Gate Bridge look like nothing.
oh, Oh, shucks.
You're so cute.
That's mad respect.
Yeah, but no, that one was really interesting because like when I first saw the thumbnail for it, Akhtar, I was just like, oh, I wonder what this is gonna go. It has like a picture of like this like demon looking thing. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, are we gonna get really dark? This is gonna be interesting. And then like the spin that it took, I was just like, whoa, hold on, where are we going?
Well, to me, that ends up being like the scariest creepypastas, right? Are the ones that are most like set in a very realistic, scenario and like are more grounded. And that's the nice thing about like if you guys have ever spent time on Reddit/r/NoSleep, that's what a lot of those stories are. It's very talented writers coming up with like very plausible scenarios. And then just like making it as terrifying as possible. Like the one we talked about before is one called Balloons, and like that whole story revolves around the idea of like essentially it's a story about a stalker, right? About a stalker who's been stalking someone through most of their life ever since childhood. But the way it's framed, you never know what's going on. It's just like weird shit happening constantly, and you're always sitting there like, what's going on? Is there a fucking spirit? Is there a monster? Like, what is happening? Is it supernatural? But it's the scariest thing of all. It's what could very well happen. Like, someone could fucking stalk you. Have you guys ever heard that story about that person who found out they had someone like living in their like attic or crawl space for possibly months, and they just had no idea? But they were just finding out like, some days I'd wake up and I'd have like food missing or just random stuff would be amiss, and I never knew why. And then I think they eventually like put in a security camera system and found that someone was like at night coming down from like their attic or whatever and taking food and doing all this shit, and it's like, how long have they fucking been there? I had no idea. Like it's
dude,
those scary scenarios that like could totally happen.
Dude, squatters, like I guess that's what people call them, squatters, people that like live in like houses like that. Like that shit freaks me out. Like I'm not gonna lie. It's just like, A, how long have you been there? B, what do you now know? And like C, like what have you been doing? Like
and D, you could have killed me.
Literally, yes. Like dude, squatter stories always freak me out. Like there's a few that I was like listening to where like I guess like a lot of the most common ones, or at least like the stories I see, like a lot of them talk about like bad Tinder dates where like the Tinder date really ended up liking that person and like started stalking and became like a squatter, and like dude, it's just, I don't know, man, like that shit freaks me the hell out. Like that is probably a phobia for me, is squatters. Squatter phobia.
Squatterphobia.
Oh,
yeah, fuck phasmophobia. Squatterphobia is the game I'm looking forward to.
Right.
Just gotta wake up at the right time in the middle of the night to find the dude eating your Oreos every night.
Or you have like a set amount of time before the person wakes up to do whatever you have to do, like your set amount of tasks, like go to the bathroom, eat, and all that before you can safely go back into your crawl space.
Yeah.
Oh, that could make a good game.
Well, there's this one where, Mike, I think you were talking about this one, but it was about this woman who lived in this, like, I think it's somewhere in England or like London, where this woman was living up in this like kind of crawl space area, and she was like kind of doing like these like really well, like, I guess positioned like with her foot and stuff like that, and knew how to get down quietly, and like kind of went around the apartment eating food, drinking. The guy even came back and she like perfectly hid like within the area that he was in. He didn't even notice and left and just continued eating, then went back up to her little spot. Like apparently she's been doing that for a while.
There's video footage of that like on YouTube.
Yeah. Like that one in general. And like it's just freaky. Like there was another one I was hearing where it was about these like I'll see if I can find the links and put them in the description. If they're there, then I found them. But there's this one where it's about like a bunch of these frat boys. They bought this like frat house and they were like living there, but they always noticed like there was like drawers open and cabinets open sometimes at night and stuff like that, and none of them knew how. And they eventually found out like in like the basement, the door that they never even like opened or whatever, like there was a dude living down there for like years.
Ugh.
Like it's fucking terrifying. Like if I ever found like I had a squatter in like my attic or my basement, fucking kill me. Like I'm sorry, that shit.
Could you imagine living that way though? Like that's the thing that like I don't understand. Like being like the actual squatter and like living that kind of life in like silence where you only come out at night and just I don't know, in constant like fear of being discovered and all that stuff. Like I couldn't live like that. I'd sooner just be like, I'm just gonna go out in the fucking woods and kill myself. Like I'm not living like this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
Just be homeless.
like, and that's a terrifying thing. Like a lot of the squatter stories you hear, like sometimes are just like bad breakup or a Tinder date that went wrong or whatever. It's just like, geez, like, come on, man, like, go do something else. You don't have to obsess over that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
that's the unfortunate reality. Is there are a lot of people who are just very unwell mentally. It's why I'm a big proponent for better mental health care everywhere, especially in
Yeah.
the United States, because our system is fucked. But
Yeah. But it's just, I don't know, like, God, it stuff gives you the heebie-jeebies. But there was like one night where I swear to God, I thought like someone was under my bed because I was laying down on my bed and I just felt like the whole bed kind of like shift and move. Freaked the hell out of me. I didn't know what that was happening. I thought there was like someone legitly under my bed. So I'm like trying to like peek over and like the whole boogeyman thing, like where you're like an 8-year-old kid, like, there's a boogeyman under my bed. He's moving my bed. And like I'm looking over the side, not looking at the front, but looking over the side, nothing's there. And like I keep feeling like the bed shift and move. I'm like, oh my fucking God, there's someone under my bed. Who do I call? How do I handle? Do I have anything I can hit this person with? No, I find out it's my dog at the other side of the bed, kind of kicking it because she's adjusting to moving. Freak the hell out of me, dude. Like, I can't fuck with squatters, man. That shit scares me. You want to know how to scare me? Be my squatter. Jesus.
Oh man.
that's an open invitation, by the way, to anyone listening. Go squat in Brian's house and see how long it takes before he notices you.
No,
The person who goes the longest wins a $5 Amazon gift card.
We'll drop the address in the link below.
One free Big Mac. No drink though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no drink, sorry. But it's a Big Mac. That's a good deal.
For free.
Oh my God, I would lose my shit if I found that out.
Oh,
Yeah, Brian, you're gonna find out, like, not only do you have a squatter, you have like 13 squatters like in your house, like all competing for that fucking Big Mac.
I'm just sitting there like, guys, I can buy you all one. Just leave me alone. I'll buy every single one here. A fucking Big Mac. I'm gonna drink, yo. Like large drinks, they're $1.
No, bro.
No drink though. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
just Big Macs.
Ugh. No, dude. No, I can never live my life like that. Mm-mm.
Come squat in your house.
I mean, I could maybe, but can I have like my Switch or my 3DS or something?
What's actually funny that you say that, because if I remember the one with the frat boys, they actually said in the story where I think they found like a TV and like an N64 down there. So the dude had entertainment, but it's like, damn, dude, that's just crazy. And he was lived there for years. The guy said.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
you need it, right? You need some form of entertainment, because otherwise, what the fuck do you do?
Yeah.
You're basically in a sensory deprivation chamber at that point.
Right, might as well be.
Right.
Oh man.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
So that's why their power bill was up so much. Like,
Yeah, could you imagine, like, you have a squatter and, like, when you're off at work, they, like, come down and, like, play your video games and, like, beat your high scores and stuff. And you're like, when did I fucking... Damn, I'm a lot better at this game than I thought. Like, this is a great high score. What the hell?
If they put their initial in Greg, who the
Yeah.
fuck is Greg?
Who is Greg?
You're just looking around like, who's Greg?
And then you finally, like, spend all this time, like, trying to beat that score. You beat it, like, yeah, finally beat that score. And you hear from upstairs, damn it!
Bruh.
You hear the footsteps come downstairs.
Give me the controller.
I'm totally better than you at this game. I play this while you're at work.
This is what I do. I stay upstairs, and then I come down and I play this fucking game.
I watched you through the vents. That's how I know your strategy, Bill. By the way, that rocket jump, very last year attempt. It's like, Jesus, dude, my bad.
The meta has changed, dude. Keep up with it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're the one who's been eating all my food and shitting in my plants?
Yeah, dude, so it's going to make it to the toilet. I'm sorry. I got buckets upstairs. It's getting bad.
That's what that smell was.
Oh,
eventually that becomes your best friend. Greg,
That's a
the
really
attic squatter.
weird. That's a really weird and effed up relationship officially. Then, like if you two
Yeah,
become best friends, that's a weird and effed up relationship officially.
Yeah.
How'd you
I
guys
mean,
meet? Oh, he was my squatter for like 3 years.
yeah.
Now that's a fucking show I want to see. Scotty and Squatty.
It's a good name.
That's a good.
Make it happen, fucking TBS.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I hope it's the one with that like it has to have laugh tracks so I know like when to laugh.
Yeah, that helps because I never know when to laugh, and it's
Me
nice
neither.
when they tell
It's
me.
just crazy.
Yeah.
And then when the laugh track comes on, you're like, oh, this is now.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fucking Joker levels of like, I don't really get humor, but I'll just laugh and other people laugh.
True.
Even then, Joker laughed like 3 seconds after people laughed.
Yeah, it was very
It just
delayed,
sound-
right?
Either delayed or whatever that artist or whatever that stand-up comedian was talking about 3 seconds later was actually the thing that made him laugh.
yeah. Well, in the movie, didn't the guy like eventually like call him out or something like that?
No,
No. Okay, maybe I'm
I don't think so.
remembering wrong.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't remember. But that was a
Because that was one of the other things about that movie. It's like it's a unreliable
Narrator.
narrator. Thank you. It's an unreliable narrator, so you don't even know if a lot of what he was talking about was real or just made up.
True. Dude, that movie was beautifully done. Like seriously, I fucking really the writing behind the movie
I hope a
is
sequel comes out. I need a sequel that's just as good as that.
I hope it doesn't.
but-
I think I
Yeah.
like the standalone movie thing with it. You know, I'm really over the every successful movie must have a sequel mentality that's been prevalent in Hollywood. I think it was
That's
a
true.
fine movie on its own. We can
Yeah.
move on.
I agree
Also,
with
I
that.
was talking to my friend Rob about this, the famous Rob who you guys are gonna hear about every fucking episode. We were talking about how like I love the Joker. He's probably my favorite Batman villain. I'm good on the Joker for a while, my guys. Like we've had a lot of Joker content, especially over the past few years. Really, ever since like fucking Dark Knight. It's just like we gotta have games about Joker. We gotta have movies about Joker. We gotta have fucking comics about Joker. Joker. It's like we're good. Batman
Well,
has plenty of other great fucking villains to deal with. I'm really happy they're bringing the Riddler back with the new Batman movie. I'm excited to see how Paul Dano does the Riddler because Paul Dano is great. And that movie was cool.
I'm still holding out for a very good Hugo Strange. Those fucking episodes get fucking crazy, especially when they start diving into the psyches. I adore whenever fucking Batman has to deal with Hugo Strange because it's just like, here we go, we're opening up some books that no one wants opened, but we're gonna watch them and they're gonna hurt. Yeah, I think Hugo Strange is a very unappreciated character.
True.
Well, he's the one who also gets into the like actual psyche of Batman.
Yeah, he's one of I think he's one of the earlier people who find out who Bruce Wayne. Because I think wasn't Riddler the first one that cracked it? I thought Riddler was the first one, right? Right? No?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on the fucking comic run. I feel like it's different depending on what you're reading, so I don't know.
Yeah, that
I can't answer any of those questions. Like, who found out who Batman was first? I don't know. What fucking comics you're reading?
Actually, it was Superman number 890 where they found out.
Well,
the first
actually,
time where-
Alfred is the first one to discover that Bruce Wayne is Batman. Shut up.
He's the one who helped build him. Dude, I would love to have an Alfred in my life. Oh my god. Especially if it was Michael Caine. Yes.
Michael Caine.
That is probably one of my. But I really adored the Alfred from. I know I'm gonna get made fun of, but Batman Forever. I really like that Alfred, like that aesthetic Alfred. I guess where he's like a lot older. But Michael Caine's
Y'all
fucking nice.
excited for the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League?
No.
No.
I mean,
No.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm not really excited for it, but
I just
The thing is, though, it's gonna be like a surprisingly different movie, right? Because the Justice League that came out was the one with all the reshoots. So I think the Zack Snyder cut is going to be like the original footage. So I don't know. I'm not excited for it. But by the same token, it seems like it's going to be a quite different movie. So I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, dude. Like, I just think he did all those superheroes. Like, here's the thing. You want to put your own touch in for your superheroes. I agree with that. You know, your own little tidbits that are you want to put into them. I get it. But once you fuck with the actual, like, fundamentals of the hero themselves, that's when I think it's not okay. Like, for example, within like the first like 5 minutes of the movie, Batman killing the equivalency of what is a small country's worth of people is kind of nothing led up to that. If something led up to him like actually murdering and doing that, I would love that. But just right off the bat, dude, he just right off the bat.
Everyone.
That's one of the biggest issues with fucking like Batman versus Superman specifically is like the whole like crux of that movie, like what should be like the emotional breaking point of that movie is Batman realizing, oh, Superman's actually just like another dude who has a mom and he's concerned about his mom. Like everyone jokes on the Martha, where'd you say that name, right? But like the point of that scene is like, oh, Batman's now making the connection. Like Superman isn't this fucking big threat monster. He's a fucking dude, and he's got a mom who he cares about, and Batman can understand that. However, that all rings hollow when your Batman fucking kills people. Like, why does he care about humanity? He just fucking murks dudes who also have moms and dads and family members. It all fucking rings hollow.
And here was the other thing. I don't know why Superman had to say Martha. Honestly, if he said my mother, it would have, I think, actually had an even deeper impact, in my opinion.
Or just mom, or
sure.
Instead of saying, because Superman wouldn't call his mom Martha. Like, what?
Yeah, who calls their parents by their name?
Exactly.
Well, at that point, I think he was still in like Superman mode, if that makes sense, where he's like, when I'm Superman, don't refer to my mom as mom.
Yeah,
that'll give me away.
Refer to her real name so she's even easier to catch.
Hey, whatever. I don't really care about that so much. But the point being is that like that's supposed to be the moment that Batman like makes that connection of like, fuck, this dude's more human than I give him credit for. But it all rings hollow when Batman doesn't give a shit about humanity.
Yeah. And it was still, in my opinion, just delivered poorly.
It was delivered very poorly, but I don't know.
Yeah.
This movie sucked is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially when they're like, hey, we're gonna have Batman brand his people. I'm like,
what?
Why? Why is he branding?
Like a fucking serial killer?
Yeah. I got you. Okay.
I got you.
Just has like an entire just cow farm worth of criminals. Like, what the hell?
Well, see, like, and I feel bad because I know like there are some people out there who do love the Justice League, but like I think my problem with Justice League is that like they kind of they forced all the heroes to be there, and then they're like, hey, now we're gonna make Batman the comic relief, and I'm like, why? Why did you make Batman?
The tone just didn't fucking work at all.
Yeah, use the Flash. I don't know. That's what the Flash does. He is the comic relief.
Even Aquaman, like the way they portrayed Aquaman, he made really good comic relief.
He did, but they went with Batman, and I'm like, no, keep Batman broody. I like him when he's broody.
Well, that unfortunately, I think that's kind of a reality of trying to do like a live action Justice League. Not that it's impossible, but you're right. You have a Batman who should be like brooding and dark, and like that's kind of his aesthetic. That's kind of like the point of the character, right? He's all based around a very dark concept. But that kind of gets a little wacky when you have a bunch of other brightly colored superheroes who aren't dark at all and crack jokes, crack wise, and do goofy shit. And you got Batman over there like, well, what do we have Batman do? Do we have him continue being dark and brooding and knowing that it doesn't work because there's no tension anymore because we have all these other characters? Or do we have him join in and being jokey and weird, realizing that that's not his character, but like, I don't know.
I just think DC just was trying too hard to follow the Marvel
formula. They wanted to fast track their cinematic universe.
Yeah, And also, by the way, with this whole Justice League thing, wait, what are the cubes? What are these cubes?
You know the
Oh,
cube.
The mother boxes. The mother boxes. Yeah, so mother boxes are from they're from New Genesis, where
No,
yeah,
for someone who is a comic fan, yes, they
Oh.
know. But when you're
Akhtar.
in there, there's no
Akhtar,
explanation.
it's a MacGuffin. It doesn't fucking matter. It's the thing they have to get so they can do the thing. It doesn't fucking matter, dude.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's a
yeah,
cube. It could be a ball. It could be a fucking tube of chapstick. I don't give a shit. It's a MacGuffin.
yeah, they probably should have explained that a lot more, or at least like I don't know, spread out your movies. Give
Yeah.
yourself some time.
If
Kind of
you're
like
trying-
how
Marvel
Well,
did
this-
with the Infinity Stones.
exactly like and that's the thing is like the mother box and the father boxes actually play a lot in this. Well, at least now in the DC universe, and it's just like, bro, that was like your one ticket where you actually had
I
something
don't like
very
you. I
interesting.
don't like you talking about my mother's box.
Oh, well, I'm gonna say a lot of mother's box. But no, it's just I don't know, man. Like DC, they tried too hard, and they were like, "Oh, now we gotta follow the success of Guardians of the Galaxy quickly." Suicide Squad.
You say they tried too hard. I think they didn't try hard enough. Like,
Okay, true. Well, true. Okay. Well, sorry. When I meant like they were trying too hard, like they were just like trying to speed it up. too fast.
They half-assed too hard.
yeah.
Yeah. They looked over at Marvel, like, "Hey, you need the cliff notes? All right, cool, thanks."
Yeah,
Making a
they're
movie.
just fucking like, bro. Can I copy your homework? Yeah, but just change it so no one knows. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
fucking stupid. We could have a whole separate podcast on how goddamn dumb the DC movies are.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But speaking of which, it might be about time.
Yeah. We'll call this a good podcast. Thank you, everyone who came. We had a
I'm
lot
just
of fun.
trying to save Brian from more egregious exports because the longer we go, the longer it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But thank you everyone who is here at the podcast. We have a lot of fun. You're listening to us at home, Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, SoundCloud. We appreciate you guys. And yeah, we're gonna go do the post show. The only way to see the post show is here on Twitch. So come hang out with us on Twitch. Which, if you're now listening to this coming week, the podcast live now will be on Wednesday. But for YouTube, SoundCloud, and all those other ones, you guys will still have it on Sunday.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
your guys
We've
don't
been
change.
doing these live on Fridays, but now that's going to be moving to Wednesdays. But on that's pretty much just on Twitch. Everywhere else, if you listen, it's going to still come out on Sundays. So
Exactly. So if you want to come see us now, come see us on Wednesday.
7:30
yeah.
Central.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. All right, well, we're gonna go do the post show. So thank you, everyone.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Thank you very
Peace.
much. Be back in 5.